Hello, church. My name is Jillian Murray. I'm the Director of Children's Ministries here at FUMC. This is my husband, Clay, and we are here to talk to you for just a few minutes about our church's children's ministry as well as family ministry and some opportunities. And we feel that the we is greater than me sort of mentality weaves its way into what we do here in our ministries. So Clay and I get the opportunity to teach Sunday school every week. We meet at 9:45 in the preschool commons, and it's grades preschool through grade 5. And every week we get a chance to share joys and concerns. We share in their lives and in their happy moments, and we actually hear some of their struggles. We do hear, ways that they get frustrated or anxious or sad, and we love hearing these prayer concerns. And what is really neat is that we pray for everything as a group, and we lift that up to God. So it's really a great way for us to connect at the beginning of our lesson time. So I really hope that when the kids get older, they'll remember what we learned about. They'll remember their friends that they sat next to. They'll remember some of the silly games that we played, because we try to keep it fun and light. But every week we have a different Bible story and a theme, and that just reinforces what we learn in a really relevant and kind of easy to comprehend way for kids. But there are 2 weeks that stand out to me where that we is greater than me mentality really stood out. Do you want to speak about those?
Yeah, so of course our church provides lunches for Micah, and somehow our 4th and 5th graders decided that they needed to do this in a time trial type sort. And as group together at the we, they were a very quick and efficient assembly line to make about 100 sandwiches in about 8 minutes. And it's just having the fun doing it and realizing that there is a lot of good that we can do together. And so they definitely learned that lesson, and they reminded us that lesson as well. The other one was we give cookies to those who have to work on like Christmas Eve. And of course they reared their engines up again and had a little assembly line to make about 30 boxes of cookies. And it's just down to a real elemental part of just wanting to give back. It's nice to see them grouping together, working with one another, inspiring one another to work together to give back to our community. It's very
Absolutely,
good.
Yeah. They didn't rush to get it done. I have to say they take such care and pride in mission work. It's something that they were so proud to do, and when we say they made them quickly, it wasn't like they did it haphazardly. They were so excited and just so motivated to get it done. They threw away their trash. They had everything so perfectly lined up, and they were like, "We did it, Miss Jillian, we did it!" And it was just really neat, because if I had done that myself, it would have taken probably 2 hours, and I would have done it. Obviously we could have gotten it done, but it was just neat that we gave them the opportunity to take ownership of a project. And when they all got together, they were just so excited to do it. So it was really neat. So our family also runs a community dinner here at the church. And that started back in about 2016. We had an opportunity or an invitation from, I believe it was Michelle Ewer, and she invited us to come and just participate as volunteers and see how community dinner was run. It's only once a month. So it was a real tangible, small way for us to get involved just as a family of 3. We were just looking for somewhere to serve because we had become members and we were really active in other ministry areas, but mission work was really important to us. So we ended up going to a dinner, and it just became a monthly thing for us. We decided that not only did we want to do it ourselves, we wanted Jane to be involved, and it was really cool because more and more kids started getting involved. And so every month that we would serve, we'd be like, "Hey, there's this family that you guys should come and do community dinner." And so it got to a point where the kids were so excited to serve, and they would push around the dessert cart.
Yep.
And it became this really big, fun staple of community dinner where, sometimes we just serve dinner or serve the dessert, we just hand it to them. No, the kids had their cart, and they'd push it around, and they would ask our guests, "What would you like? What kind of ice cream? What kind of cookie?" And we would give fruit and all these different things. And again, that's where the kids kind of took ownership of that project. And it would just become such a huge blessing to ourselves and to different families who just were looking for something for their kids to do, a real accessible, fun way to serve our community. So I'll say that, community dinner, it takes a lot of people, and everyone has different gifts and different talents. And you don't have to be a good cook. You don't have to, obviously. We had a little mishap with the meatloaf a few months back.
We recovered.
Yeah, which was, that was rough on my part. But you don't have to be a great cook. You just have to have a heart to serve. And in order for community dinner to work, also, you have to have a we mentality. You can't do it all yourself. If you do it all yourself, then you end up with burnt meatloaf like I've done before.
Well, I mean, as far as the we goes, I mean, we have about 20 volunteers every month serving about 80 meals. And pre-pandemic, we would have the entire fellowship hall full of people. And it really is one of the things that really struck me serving a community dinner. I was taught by Mr. Mike Cotter, who said to learn a name and share your name. And so not only are we as a church building teamwork and leaning on one another to serve, we are actually opening ourselves up as a church to bring in those who are at the community dinner. So taking that next step from just serving dinner to making it a community dinner, and knowing Renee and knowing Carlton and knowing new James who wants to come help with the food pantry. Like as we as a whole church reach out to our community, it makes us much stronger, and it's been very, very inspiring for us as a family to see this fabric being woven from our church and through meatloaf and fried chicken and plenty of gravy.
We've been doing these family dinners, and so we've been able to invite families to come, and no cost meal, and there's a service element involved there too. So if you can't come to community dinner, well, come to one of our Wednesday night meals and do a service project too. I think that what I love about the church and family ministry is that we really want families to be involved. It does take, a pastor, it takes a leader to kind of plant those seeds, but we need families to all be on board and to just instill that heart to serve. And I think that that's really where the we is greater than me mentality also kind of takes a huge factor in family ministry. So anyways, it's really cool that we get a chance to be involved, hopefully in your kid's life, in your family's life. If you ever want to get involved, of course, reach out to myself, Clay, Kim, anybody here at the church. We love this place. It's our home. Thank you.